Hey guys, this is Jeremy with Nujig Lures, and I want to show you why you should try a Nujig. Right here we have the Fooster, and we're going to do a few simulations on this. And I'm not asking you to throw all your tackle away. I'm not asking you to throw your jigs away. You got hard-earned money put into that stuff. But I want to show you why, when you spend your hard-earned money on our jigs, you're going to keep them. You're going to keep fish. And you're going to keep them in your tackle box. You're going to wear the paint off before you need to replace it. And that's what I want to show you. So, this is the Fooster, and we're going to emulate or simulate a fish's mouth. And basically what these are is a couple of dowel rods on a plane, and we're going to pull some jigs through there and see what happens. On a single base weed guard, just like this guy right here, when a fish comes up and bites down on this single plane, it turns sideways and we hook them in the side of the mouth. Well, what happens with that is we lose fish. That skin right there is not nearly as tough as the bone in the top of the mouth. That's what our jig does. So I'm going to show you why this guy turns over and we're hooking him in the side of the mouth. Have you ever almost had that fish right up to next to the boat? You're getting ready to net that guy and it's gone. It pulled off, it tore away, whatever the case may be. Fishing a tournament, you don't want that, period. Alright, so we're going to put this guy inside the Fooster. Okay, now we got the fish, we got the bite, you know, that guy's clamped down, we're getting ready to set the hook. We're feeling the vibration on the pole and, oh man, look at that. It just came right through. This shouldn't be happening. So we're going to try it, give it a second shot and just see what happens. So, you know, clamp down, we got the bite, you know, we're getting ready to set the hook and I tell you what, in my opinion, this guy right here is just junk. It needs to go away. Alright, so now we got a finesse head. A lot of people fish these. I've caught fish on them, you've caught fish on them. Nothing wrong with it. We might even have won a tournament or two with it. But we're going to put this guy in here and see what happens. So we're going to put this inside the Fooster and emulate that fish. We got the bite, getting ready to set the hook again, and oh man, just what? What's going on here? They've sold us these for years, and it's time for a change. And we're going to give this guy a second shot, one more time. And we're going to put it in the Fooster and just see what happens here. So we got it loaded up, we got our fish, we got our bite, we're getting ready to set the hook, and bam. Same thing. This guy just needs to go away. It's just junk. Alright, so now we got the Nujig here. We got dual weed guards, dual appendages that come up and help protect it. You can fish this thing through rocks, through sticks, through weeds, into branches, into those cedars that some people love to fish. And if you have your own pond and you're throwing your cedars out there to create beds or to create that fish habitat, and you want to catch them out of there, you want to throw in there and be able to fish through it and pull them out. And that's what this is made for. I mean, look at this guy. If we just drop it right here, it comes straight up every time. I mean, just drop it up every time. I mean, that's what it's made to do. It's got two cam head surfaces on the head itself that helps it to do that. And it helps it to swim upright all the time. We're going to throw in some underwater footage and show you what this thing looks like swimming through the water. Alright, so we're going to put this in the fish's mouth and see what happens. We're going to put it into the simulator here, the Fooster, and just see what happens. So, okay, so we got the bite, we're getting ready to set the hook, and boom, we got a winner. Alright, so to give this the benefit of the doubt, we'll put it in there and see what happens one more time. Just like the other jigs. You know, maybe it was a fluke. Maybe something that happened that wasn't supposed to. Alright, so we got it in here, we got our bite, we're getting ready to set the hook, and boom, look at that. Every single time. Top of the mouth, in the bone, that's where we want it. We want to take a pair of pliers and pry that hook out of that fish's head. That's what we want. Because when we catch fish, we don't even net them anymore. We yank that rig up out of the water and put it in the boat. That's how we fish. Now we're going to show you some other demonstrations. We're going to take this jig and we're going to put it in a chain link fence. And we're going to show you how we'll fish through virtually anything. Anything. Because we want to sell you a jig for $4.39 that will change your views on fishing. We want to sell you something that will be in your tackle box from here to 3 years from now. That's what we want to do. So now we're going to set up a couple other demonstrations and show you just what this guy is capable of. So just look at this thing go through this chain link fence. Separated dual appendages, cam heads, everything working for you. Can your jig do that? Okay, so right here we just got the camera set up and we're just gonna bounce this jig up and down off the floor. Just boom, boom, boom. You can see every time it just lands straight up, straight up, straight up. Just keep watching. I mean, how can you go wrong with this thing? If it can do this on land, think of what it can do in the water. And with those dual cam heads, this thing's gonna swim like a real bait, back and forth as you jerk it up and down, landing straight up, straight up. So just look at this guy dragging over on its side. This is what a center base weed guard does. It just drags on its side.
Look at that thing hung up.
It's working for you. It's not very lifelike. There's no action to it.
Constantly over on its side.
This thing is built to trigger strikes. These cam heads dragging across these rocks are what is going to work for you. This thing is creature-like. It's lifelike. It's going to work exactly to your advantage of what you're wanting. Put a trailer on this and it's just going to add to the action in this thing. Nujig is what you want. It's a high-performance fishing tool.
You bet your bass ours stays up.
Oh, so we're back. I'm sorry, I was watching some awesome footage we have of this jig. So we've took it to the fooster and showed you what it did in a fish's mouth. We've dropped it on dry ground and show you how it stands up every single time. We've drug it over rocks and showed you those cam heads and how they help you stay upright all the time. And we've drug it through chain link fence and how the separated dual appendages and the cam heads help work it all the way through there. I mean, all right. So I've been in character, and 6 to 7 minutes I've hopefully held exactly what I needed is in your attention. And jigs, spinner baits, all of it are just tools. And we want to give you a better tool. That's what we're here for. That's what we're trying to get you to buy or get you to purchase and try just one time. So go over to newtechlures.com, sign up, put one in your cart, and let us mail it to you. If it's not everything we said it is, contact us. And we'll make it right. But in my opinion, you bet your bass you're going to catch fish on Nujig.